Hi, I'm Michael Parisi, the Loving on Purpose life coach. If you've been following my videos this past week, I've been having a countdown to age 70, which took place Friday. So I'm 2 days into my 71st year. And one of the reasons I did this series was to point out some very important gifts I received over the course of my lifetime. The first one was I've weathered the storms of my life. The second one is that I became increasingly insightful. The third one is that I discovered more and more how singular I was. My uniqueness was important for me as I showed up in the world. Fourthly, I became increasingly decisive. I stopped sitting on the fence so much and going with my gut. I also became more open minded. I became more accepting of others and other points of view. And finally, I received a great deal of momentum in the past several decades. The momentum to go on and to continue doing what I'm doing for the next 20 years at least, if I'm given the life. And so I asked all of you to look at the words that I put out: weathered, insightful, singular, decisive, open minded, momentum. And what does it spell? Wisdom. Okay, I gave away the puzzle because that's the whole purpose of this series. I wanted you to recognize your wisdom as I have become more appreciative of my own wisdom. Wisdom is the greatest gift of all. I'd like to start a little bit by saying that wisdom is kind of like genius. We have a real bad or not accurate understanding of genius and of wisdom. We often think of genius as being a genius. Someone like Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, they were geniuses, right? Albert Einstein, genius. We think of geniuses as a way of living instead of as a characteristic. Instead, I have come to realize that we all, each of us, have genius in some area. We have genius in the most insignificant areas of life sometimes, but they're important to other people. And so, no matter what your education, no matter what background you might have, no matter what sort of understanding you have of the world, no matter what your politics, you have genius in some area of your life. Have you discovered where your genius lies? It could be in something very practical, creative, like making pottery or carpentry or being a contractor or a business person. It could be in the whole area of care, medical care, dental care, nursing. It could be in the area of spirituality, being a really good preacher, teacher, pastor. It could be in the smallest things in life, such as the job you have, which you consider to be okay. It's not paying much. But I'll tell you, someone who really knows how to put across hamburgers at McDonald's in the way they should be put across, that's genius. Someone who works efficiently at Amazon and who is able to get all the jobs done that they've got to do and still keep a positive outlook. That's genius. There's genius in everything. Find it. What is it for you? In the same way, there's wisdom in everyone. Every one of us gains wisdom with time, with experience, with adversity, with a positive result, with outcomes that we really hoped for, that we worked hard for. Wisdom comes with not just age, because not every 90-year-old necessarily has as much wisdom as a 30-year-old who has gone through much more in life than that 90-year-old who had advantages given to him or her along the way. What's the wisdom that you have that you can call upon and share with other people? It's this wisdom that is goes far beyond intelligence, far beyond education, far beyond economics. It's the wisdom of living and of living well and of understanding the adjustments you've had to make along the way in order to succeed and to feel successful. What's the wisdom that you carry with you? Have you ever written it down? I'm really wise in this area or that area. And forget the false pride. Forget the idea that, oh, I don't want to puff myself up. You have wisdom. Where is it? Discover it, talk about it, affirm it. Let other people know about it by your practicing it, and not be prideful in the sense of having hubris, having a sense that I'm better than other people, but rather having the pride of knowing I'm giving back what I need to give back to others. It could be the simplest thing. What is it? Where's your wisdom? That's your greatest gift. And it can change over time. You can become wise in other areas of your life. But what's your core wisdom? Celebrate it with me and let others know what wisdom exists because you exist as the person who's weathered a great deal, who has great insight, who is unique and singular. You too are decisive and open minded, and you have momentum to go forward, don't you? Momentum to change the world for the better. So I hope you enjoyed this series. Let me know in the comments what you thought, and contact me sometime if you want to share wisdom. I'm always available. You can just check me out here on LinkedIn, message me sometime. I'd love to hear from you and hear more about your experience of wisdom and of the joy of life. Thank you so much.